And we are live. Welcome, welcome, all my dear friends. This is a free money block clearing session for today's winner. So, the lucky winner of today's session was Shipra. So, we run a beautiful game in the Unlimited Money Club group, as most of you would have seen it. So it was this game of asking a question, and looks like Shipra got the answer right. So Shipra, was it that you did you read that book, or how did you actually get the correct answer?
Actually, I wasn't aware that it was from the book. I was just first I just wrote what I thought would be the answer, and then I had the book on Kindle, so I searched.
Ah,
Then I
okay,
wrote it.
good, good. So you had the book, which is nice. But anyways, doesn't matter. Anyways, you got the answer. So yes, we had five of them who actually got the correct answer. So all those five members were put into the spin wheel here. So here, Shipra was one of those winners from the wheel. So congratulations, Shipra, first of all. Looks like we meant to be, meeting here on this kind of a thing. So usually these lucky winner thing comes up in a very different way. For those of them who have won previously, have had so many different kind of things after the session. The story was really great. Anyways, so congratulations first of all, and let's start your session here. So my dear viewers, before I started off the live, I did ask certain questions to Shipra and got to know a little more about her. So just a quick summary of that is, as far as I know, Shipra is a chartered accountant, and she also has learned multiple holistic healing modalities here, and she would like to grow her income in her CA business, as well as she would like to get started with her healing business and start receiving money for that as well. So the first thing, Shipra, then that we can work on today is this receiving of judgments. And since you also know about access consciousness, it's going to be easier for me to do these clearings for you. So, okay. So when somebody is kind of, let's say, people all around us have so many judgments about us, right? Whether you are, let's say, online showing your face to the people, all the people in the group, everybody watching the video, let's say, would have something or the other running in their minds, which might be kind of judgments, could be just that certain points of view that they have, but most likely at least 90% of the times there's so much judgments all around our worlds, right? And doesn't matter just online showing our faces, but even in your business, in your space, place, family. So in general, what is this thing about judgments that has made you feel uncomfortable? What is the fear around that?
Actually, I get very upset and angry when hear that people judge me, and I feel that I'm not understood, and they don't see my point of view, and I also think that when I am not interfering in your life, and I'm okay with whatever you're doing, so why do you judge me? I'm not just doing anything for you. I'm just leaving. I'm not telling you anything. The constant poking happens to me at work also.
Yes. Great, good points there. And it's like a button that you have, kind of, right? This button is there. Do not touch the button. If you touch the button, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I try to be calm, but sometimes people do are on point try to be nasty, and people try to put me down. It had happened so many times, and then when I get back to them, they are really scared of me. When I get angry, I can tell you that if I get angry, then I speak my mind. I'm
Okay.
not scared to speak my mind.
Okay, good. So, first of all, then, would you know about distractor implants? I know you know
Yeah,
access consciousness.
yeah,
You might know about distractor implants. Okay, good. So, um,
and one thing I also want to add that it happened to me last week. I went on after lockdown. I joined office and I was very angry. I don't know why I was very angry. Next day, I was listening to some Access podcast by Shannon, and she was talking about anger. And she just asked the question, "Who does it belong to?" and I felt that all the anger which is in my stomach just dissolved, because I felt that it was not me, it was my colleague's anger towards something or the other which I was experiencing. So that is also one thing, that I pick up energies very easily, and
Mm.
I get constant pain in my knees, or I get angry.
Okay, so first of all, yeah, let's get started with our clearing now. And what I'm kind of getting there is all the oaths, vows, promises, commitments that you have about receiving other people's energy and healing them, right? There's some kind of, I kind of sense, some kind of, hey, I'm gonna take everything and I'm gonna heal it for them. And this lifetime and in all of the past lifetimes that you had been a healer and you had been receiving energy from them and kind of, healing it for them. Let's destroy and uncreate and revoke, recant, renounce, denounce all of those oaths, vows, promises, commitments this lifetime and all of the previous lifetimes. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So, first of all, then, yes, it's easy with one statement to delete and cancel all of those oaths, vows, promises. But what actually needs to happen in real world right now for us is being totally aware that, hey, I don't have to pick up others energy and dissolve it for them. It's right. So first of all, and being that consciously aware of it, that okay, I choose, and of course that body is its own consciousness, right? So you can also tell your body, you don't have to do this. It's not required that you take energy of others and heal it for them. Everybody has different ways of releasing that for themselves, and you can be this kind of, for me in my personal case, I kind of sense how I can be this kind of a mm, fire hose energy, where I can, rather than receive that energy and help for them in that way, I can be this kind of, how we do the 1 2 3, if you know about, to release those energies from others. I can be that 1 2 3 energy going all around. And yes, if somebody has those anger, the sadness, the grief, people around us all have these emotions. So the more I'm being that kind of pushing out energy, I do not have to receive that energy from them and heal it for them. It can be they can release directly. Even my presence, let's say, if I'm being that energy of clearing, it can help them clear in a different way. Right. So basically, then telling your body there's a different way of healing others if you choose to, instead of receiving it from others and then holding it in your stomach, holding it inside of you, you can go like the other direction, which is pushing out this all this energy so it can automatically release and go up. You don't have to receive it. So everything that brings up, everything in you that doesn't allow you to be that kind of destroyer energy here, let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all nine shots, boys and beyonds. I hope you know about the killing energy as we speak about it. Killing energy is I know the word kill is not something all of us love about, but this, when we speak about the killing energy, it's like, hey, I get to kill energetically the unconsciousness that's existing everywhere around me. And unconsciousness includes all the negative energies around us, all the sorts of limitations around us, right? So the more I'm being the killing energy around me, I am not absorbing things. I'm not going into the victim consciousness, right? The victim consciousness is the one that absorbs and takes in and kind of goes into a different space with causing limitations for yourself. Instead, I can be this kind of a killing energy where I am kind of releasing all of this stuff in all different directions here. So everywhere you're not choosing to be the killing energy, instead you're choosing to be the victim of everything. Let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all, nine shots, wise, and beyonds. Okay, great. So coming back into the distractor implants, as well as how you have to react to everything, comes from that I have to prove anytime I receive judgments from others, I feel that okay, let's say somebody, my parent or my partner or somebody, let's say they are coming and telling me some kind of judgment, or colleague usually happens, right? So let's say they are coming in and they are saying, hey Vishnu, you did this and this, I don't like you doing this. Simple. So in this space, I can either, there's two choices for me. I can go into anger, frustration, and be in that point of view where you said, hey, I didn't do anything, I'm not judging you, why would you judge me, activates everything. Also, there is the energy behind this direction is, I have to prove myself right, I have to prove them wrong. They are judging me, they are wrong. First of all, there's a judgment above judgment, that judgments are wrong is judgment about above judgment, right? So everywhere judgments are wrong in your space can be destroyed and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all, nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you can? So I hope you know about allowance, and you
Yeah.
would know about interesting point of view. They have that point of view stuff. But what needs to come in here when it comes to allowance is, what if I can allow everyone around me to judge and still not be disturbed by any of those judgments? If I need to move into that space, what needs to come in is, I don't have to prove. I don't have to prove that this person's judgment about me is wrong. I don't have to prove that that person is wrong. I don't have to prove them or teach them or change them from judging me. I don't have to teach them that, hey, you're judging, it is wrong. Right? So now I can move into that space of allowance. You choose to judge me? Yes, please. You choose to judge me? Yes, please. Right? So if I can go into that space, which is that true allowance space, and not be disturbed by it, not prove, that energy of proving is the one that needs to kind of plucked out, that I have to prove myself that I'm right. Can we release, destroy, and create everywhere that you have to prove yourself right, and everywhere you have a point of view that you're not good enough, everywhere you have a judgment about yourself that you're not good enough, that the world is coming and telling you by judging you, and everywhere you're getting triggered because of your own judgments about yourself? Can we destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all, nine shots, bars, and beyonds. In this space, now what needs to come is you acknowledging your greatness, you acknowledging that there is nothing wrong with you whatsoever, regardless of this world, 8 billion people thinking 8 billion things about you, regardless of what they are saying, what they are thinking, what they are showing to you. If you know 100% sure that there's nothing wrong about you, and that the I'm not good enough stuff is not there in you, now that buttons get released, and nobody can ever press buttons because there's not even buttons in you anymore. So it's not about stopping others from pressing your buttons, it's about removing the buttons and throwing it away, so now they don't even have a choice of pressing it. So what would it take then for you to know, acknowledge your own true greatness and go into that space of, there is nothing wrong about you? What's right about me that I'm not getting? Right? So every time there is a judgment which is triggering you, let's say, you so the second option, so I spoke about, there's two choices, right? So one choice is going into the anger space. The second choice is taking one step back from reacting. I know reaction versus action is what access consciousness says about this. So yes, we have this lifetime 50 years of practice, and all of the past lifetimes 1,000 million years of practice of reaction, which I know it's not, might not be possible for us to overcome in one night or one session, but it's a practice, right? So for the first time we might have to go into, okay, yes, this person is judging me. I usually choose to react to this, but now I'm choosing, rather than reaction, I choose action in the space. So, action here means not doing anything. Instead, it is taking one step back and asking questions. What is the true intention of this person who's telling this to me today? And every time you sense any judgments, first clearing that you might have to do it for yourself is, all the distractor implants in me that's causing this, I destroy and uncreate it all. All the distractor implants in this other person who's doing this, I destroy and uncreate it all. You run that in your mind. Just even once you do it, immediately there's gonna be that button is kind of slowly getting depleted and slowly kind of getting destroyed. So next time anybody judges you, it's your opportunity to use all of the tools, right? It's like, hey, this person is judging me, wow, how does it get any better than that? So that's the first celebration for judgment. Second one is like, okay, all the distractor implants in me that's created this person to judge me, I destroy and uncreate it. All everything in me I destroy and create, everything in the other person also you get to destroy and uncreate. That's an opportunity for you now to to do a healing for yourself, also to that other person, right? So second step, right? First is celebration that this person judged me, beautiful. Second is like, okay, so I did the distractor implant clearing. Step three is, that's when you take a step back and ask, okay, so this person is judging me that I'm not good enough, whatever ways that is. So what's the true intention of this person? Is this person trying to push me down? Is this person, what's truth, what's lie behind this? And most likely, when you ask that question, you will get an awareness that this person is not even talking about you, that person is talking about themselves, in fact. If somebody, let's say, is judging someone that they are fat, or somebody is judging that somebody that, hey, you don't look good, looks, right? And that judgment, let's say I'm judging you, for example, that you don't look good. That's my judgment. One example. When you, so now that I've judged you, now you need to ask that question, okay, what does she actually mean by that? When she is telling me that I'm not looking good, what does she actually truly mean? What's the truth here? What's the lie here? And you will get to know that me telling you that you're not looking good, in fact, has nothing to do with you. I personally feel I am not looking good, and I'm kind of projecting that onto you. So every judgment, every single human being in this entire planet is judging has nothing to do with the person whom they are judging. It has everything just to do about with themselves. They are simply projecting that onto you. A person who truly feels that they are looking good wouldn't even have a point of view of others' looks, wouldn't even have a judgment about others' looks. So that awareness would come in the minute you ask question, what did that person actually mean by that statement? What's the true intention here? What's the truth here? What's the lie here? You will get an awareness, oh, they are talking about themselves. Okay, great. It has nothing to do with me. Why do I even have to be triggered here? If it does trigger, then you also do, everywhere I have that point of view in me, which is now this, the mirror of that is when I'm judging you that you're not looking good and you feel anger, you feel bad about it. It's like, hey, why, where do I feel within me that I'm not looking good? And that's the only reason this person is able to push that button to you, because I have a point of view. First of all, I'm not looking good, and therefore everybody around me, I'm going to judge them that this person is not looking good, that person is not looking good. So that's coming from me. But for you now, in your point, there might be 1,000 people judging you, but only certain judgments might trigger you. Certain judgments just fly away air. And the reason behind that is when something is pressing buttons inside you, you might have to go, where do I have that point of view about me? Where am I judging myself that I'm not good enough? I destroy and uncreate it all. So that's step number 4, right? Step number 3, asking questions about knowing, oh, this person is talking about themselves. Okay, great. But still, there's something else behind that, which is, oh, I have a point of view about me that I'm not looking good, or I have a point of view about, or judgment about me that this thing I'm not good enough. So then you get to, so this person is showing you an awareness that you have this kind of judgment within you. So that's an opportunity once again, knowing, oh, really? I had a point of view about me that I'm not good enough. Okay, great. Now I get to heal myself, release that point of view from myself. So every judgment is an opportunity for you with so many different gifts that it is bringing. Right. So everything that you're ready to release as a result of all of that, let's destroy and uncreate, release from your field all the points of view, decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations, projections, expectations, rejections, separations, and refined judgments that is ready to be released right now. Let's release it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, book for all nine shots, flies, and beyonds.
Yeah,
Can I?
actually, that, yeah, that is the thing that you said it right, because I feel that there's something wrong with me. So, I don't know. It might be due to
Yes, dear. So what that is going into the wrongness of you. So it's not just for you. Everybody in this planet are being trained to look at their wrongness from the very childhood. So there isn't anybody in this world, or mostly, who aren't into their own wrongness of it, right? Especially, I hope you know about humans versus humanoids
Yeah.
at all. And most of us belong to that humanoids category, where the 99% of the time of the day, the humanoids are kind of judging themselves until they become aware of it and release it, right? So it's not new. It's not that something is wrong with you, that you are always judging yourself. It's normal. But now the switch that needs to come in this space is okay, everywhere that you have been going into the wrongness of you, asking yourself, hey, what's right about me? Where am I not acknowledging my rightness? Where am I always looking at my wrongness and judging myself for my wrongness? So the more you feel that everything that you are being doing, having in your life is all right and correct, rightness, the more you can be in that rightness. Now nobody can ever tell you wrong. Even if somebody says that you are wrong, you know that they are lying, right? If you know somebody's judgment is a lie, you wouldn't even react to it. Okay, it's a lie, and it's their choice to hold on to that lies. I don't have to change them, right? Maybe point number 5 here goes into trying to change others will create heaviness in you. Somebody says, now that you're aware of when somebody is judging you, it means they have something in them, they are talking about themselves. If you feel pressured to change them now, that's going to create a lot of stuff within you as well, because we as humans here, we cannot change somebody unless they are ready to change themselves. So let's say 90% of the world is not even willing to change themselves. They just want to judge others, especially human category. How the only thing that they do is judge others. Even if you try to change them, that is not going to help. So then understanding, okay, so I don't have to change them, I don't have to prove them that I'm right. There is no actions for me here for the judgments that they have made. It's their choice. And interesting point of view, they have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I had that point of view. I release it all. Also, one good news here is the more I have done the distractor implant clearing for the judgments, for any kind of triggers that was happening in my world, I should say at least by 3 to 4 weeks' time, totally I was in a different space, right? So the moment I learned all of this and I started applying, anytime some kind of trigger comes in, anytime I feel anger, anger is one of the most important distractor implant. Anytime anger comes in, I know it's a distractor implant. Okay, all the distractor implants in me that's creating this anger, I destroy and uncreate it all. By the time 2 to 3 weeks space, if you do that, maybe you might have done it 100 200 times by then, I can see a huge shift in change. Now I'm in a, let's say I had been 90% of the time anger, but now I see it has diminished to maybe 10% of the time anger, and I can see how quickly that shift has come in. So that's one other thing. Anger, distractor implant, I destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, for all nature, squares and reals. So all the distractor implants of anger, guilt, shame, hatred, revenge in you, let's destroy, release all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, for all nature, squares and beyonds. Okay. How do you feel? Better? Can I judge you now?
Yeah.
Good. So Shipra, you're not good enough. You're looking bad. You are that. You are this. You are the worst person I've ever seen in the world. You are da 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 da.
Okay. Actually, I feel people don't judge me. Obviously, people don't judge you on face, but you perceive their energy and you're aware that they are judging you.
Yeah.
So I can't. I am like what I am. I can't change for anybody. That that is one of the issues that people judge you because they want. I think they want you to be like
Okay.
them.
That's opening up a new chapter here, which is projections, expectations, right? So there are expectations. Okay, now this could be another big stuff, but I'll summarize this entire point here. So people around you are going to have expectations of you, which is this: you have to do this thing this way. because they choose to do it in that way, and they would have an expectation that Shipra needs to do this way. That's their expectation. Now, just because they're expecting you, and then if you don't meet those expectations, they are going to judge you. Simple. Every expectation leads to judgments. It's as clear as that. So now it might not, yes, you as the psychic being, you have awareness of everything that's happening around you, all the judgments that's even going in minds of people, you become aware of it. And also you get to be aware of the expectations of others. Now, if you have an expectation of yourself that you have to meet the expectations of others, that's gonna put you into the anger frustration mode as well. Why do this person have this expectation that I have to do this and this? No, I'll not do this and this. Is the resistance and reaction to the expectations. But that will happen only if you have an expectation that you have to meet others' expectations. So what happens now is, let's say if my father had an expectation that I'm going to be a successful engineer, for example, and if I don't meet that expectations, he is going to have a judgment about me that I'm not good enough, that I did not become this top rank holder engineer and become successful in that way. So he is going to have judgments about me about it. If I don't have an expectation to meet his expectation, now I'm free of it. He still chooses to judge me. He still, let's say, has the choice of having that expectations in place, but I'm free of it because now I don't have an expectation that I have to meet his expectation. One other point there is, anytime I have that expectation that I should meet this person expectation, only then I'm good enough. Only if I meet my expectations of my father, then I'm a good daughter. Only if I meet expectations of my husband, then I'm a good wife. Only if I meet the expectations of my child, then I'm a good mother. All of this is happening within me, and now I put pressure myself to meet others expectations. And what usually happens for us, we fight against it, we fight against others expectations, and we go into the space of, no, I cannot meet these people's expectation, and we resist and react to it instead of going into the allowance space. And once again, similar to the judgment topic we spoke about, the expectation topic is very similar here. Okay, that's your expectation of me. Okay, you get to have it. You don't have to change your expectations for me. But I choose not to meet your expectations. Just because you expect that doesn't mean I have to do it. And for here, you might have to go, okay, all the projections and expectations I have about myself, I destroy and uncreate. All the projections and expectations this person has about me, I destroy and uncreate. Both is going to help you in that space as well, which is going to clear. Okay, quick clearing on that. All the projections, expectations, judgments, rejections, conclusions, separations that you have about yourself and other people have about you, and everywhere that's okay, everywhere you have to meet the expectations of others. Let's destroy and uncreate that. And everywhere you are good enough only if you meet the expectations of others. Let's destroy and uncreate that. Right, from good, bad, for all nature, spies and beyonds. Okay, how are you? How do you feel? Okay, so now coming back to the moral of the story with money here is, money is now going to flow much more, even though the topic of money never came in our conversation. But money is directly related to the judgments. For example, in your CA business or in your healing business, let's say, clients clients can come to you when you have no judgments about them, when you are also willing to receive their judgments. So far, let's say you haven't been able to start off your healing thing as a full-time business here, could be because of all of this resistance to receive judgments, right? So now that space is open, and now you get to put your face in front of people, you get to offer your services. Yes, when you put that onto Facebook, let's say there might be 10 comments who don't like you, but still now you are in a space of receiving whatever comes up, right? Receiving judgments totally opens up this huge gate of money that can come into you, especially when it comes to business and receiving clients. So a quick clearing on that. Everywhere you're not willing to receive money, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Everywhere you had been stopping receiving money by stopping receiving judgments, right? Let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Now all the doors to that money flow can now come, and everywhere you had been resisting clients for your CA business, resisting clients for your healing business, let's destroy and uncreate all that resistance here. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all, nine shots, boys and beyonds. And now, what would it take for you to receive so many more clients in your CA business? And what would it take for you to have new clients coming to you for healing for the first time and actually make payment and receive money through that? Everything in the way of it, let's destroy and uncreate, release everything that's stopping you from making that happen. Right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, for all, nine shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, good. Beautiful. Alrighty. So thank you so much, Shipra. So I'm gonna see you next time and wishing you, and please do keep me posted with everything that's
Yeah,
happening
sure.
after
Thank you
this.
so much. Thank you so much for the clearings.
Thank you. Thank you, Shipra. Already, my dear beautiful beings, I'm gonna see you next time. Was a wonderful session. Thank you, Shipra. See you then. Bye-bye.